Hello everyone and welcome back to the road to 100 million on Farming Simulator 25. It's episode 42 and we're going to start off our day here in June selling some eggs. Now, I know the best price for eggs, I'm sure you guys know, the best price for eggs is in November, but I just don't have room to store these guys. They were out, you might have noticed in the last few episodes, I just left them outside in the rain and to the elements, and I don't feel like doing that. So instead, we're going to sell these. We're going to sell 17,000 litres of eggs, and we are going to make our way through the trees here to get to the farmer's market, because I think that's the best price for eggs right now. So, although actually, having said that, let me just check. Eggs. That's fruit. We don't want fruit. We want eggs. Yeah, June, best price, 2,361 at the bakery. 2,361. So the farmer's market is actually the worst price. Very interesting. Anyway, we are going to make our way all the way down there to the bakery, and we're going to get these eggs all sold. So we're going to start off today. Obviously, it's the summer episodes. So we're going to start off today with selling a few products. We've got some eggs to sell, and we've got our soybeans to sell for the first time as well. We'll go around and give a quick update. Oh yeah, by the way, my work is doing some contracts in the background. We've got 60k as well, which is beautiful. We're going to go around and check on all the fields real quick to make sure everything's good to go, but I'm pretty sure it is good to go. Look at these lovely, lovely carrots. Look at them. They are lovely. 88% yield. That should be pretty good. pH value is fantastic. So looking forward to that. One thing I do want to achieve this episode is to harvest the canola. So we've got the big canola field over here. I want to harvest that and get the canola into the silo, and then we're going to repurpose that field probably for more carrots. So what I am going to try and do now, two reasons for that. First thing is that field needs a bit of TLC. It's been 3 years, I think, since we last gave it any lime or anything like that, and now that obviously we've got precision farming as well, there's just a bit of field preparation to be done. And the second thing is I want to grow corn. I want to move away from canola because the sunflower oil is much more efficient to produce. The price is the same. I just did this before. I just had a look. Sunflower oil sells for 3,800, so probably closer to 4,000. Let's just make sure I'm not... Yep, that's what I was worried about. I left this on cruise control. I always forget that it doesn't really work very well when I've got the trailer. Oh, there's a van overtaking me. Brilliant. And the canola oil is best price more like 3,500. So I don't reckon that'll get to 4. So obviously that means that we're better off making some sunflower oil because it sells for more, and it's the same amount of price anyway. Like it's about the same into the production. Oh no, sorry sir, sorry. I don't know if you're a sir or a madam, but you shouldn't have walked in front of me. I know it's a zebra crossing, but I don't have patience for that in a game. Yeah, sunflower sell for 1,400, whereas canola sells for 1,200. So sunflowers are probably better off going into the canola, going into the mill, and we are probably better off selling the canola straight away. So I want to repurpose that field because if we look at the crop calendar, we can plant carrots one more time. So we could do a massive field of carrots. That would also make the financial decisions that we're going to have to make a little bit easier, and I'll take you guys through them in a moment. But first, let's see how many Ks we can get for our eggs. Can we do it all in one go? $40,000 for those eggs. That's awesome. That is really, really good. Okay, let's do a little UE, and we'll go back on. That was pretty smooth. I know I'm not the best driver in this game, but that was pretty smooth. That's awesome. What was that? Environmental something. What was that? Environmental... I don't know. It doesn't say anywhere. I definitely just saw something that said environmental something. Maybe it's to do with my precision farming stuff, but I mean the chickens are... Why do we even need to worry about that? I don't know. Either way, happy days. I think we got about $1,000 extra. Now we're at 100,000 already in the bank, which is awesome. So that's all the hard work that I've been putting in over the contracts. The Challenger... Oops, no, whoops, I just pressed Q instead of W. The Challenger tractor has been doing contracts, basically exclusively holding contracts for the last little bit. Actually, speaking of, there's probably one to claim. Yes, there is. Brilliant. Any more that I can do? Not for now. That's a square bale. We can probably do a ploughing one, but I don't need to for now. I'll put this back on 5 speed, which is what I've been playing on. So yeah, 102k. Now we are gonna try and sell some of that. Loan some of that money back to the bank because we are paying nearly $1,000 in loan interest. I think it's about $800 or so, and we can very easily reduce that. There's just no need to be having to do that. And then the other thing we want to do is, get as much money as possible from the soybeans and see what we can do with our carrots. So that is the purpose of today's episode. Not gonna lie, I don't know how it's gonna go. I don't think I'm gonna use the ridge machine on the new carrot field, the large carrot field, simply because it's going to take me ages, first of all, and second of all, I know you don't actually have to. You can just use the planter straight away, so there's no reason to not just plant straight away. I could just do that myself. That's fine. So I think that's the plan. We'll see how it goes. I'm a bit worried about how to harvest the carrots, the thing that we've got as well. So we might have to sell that today and then purchase the new one. And then we'll end up paying back some of our loan anyway. If we do have any money left over, I think I would love to purchase these 2 fields as well. Now, I don't know what they are, partly because I'm driving, but let's have a look. This field has got... Oh, it doesn't say. Right, it looks like it's some sort of cereal crop, so that should be fine. Look at this canola. It's so cool. It is just so cool. It's so cool. So we'll be harvesting that as well. So a lot to do in this episode, so let's jump ahead to me getting the soybeans in here, and we'll go and sell them at the best price point. Alrighty, here we are, as I wait for the rain to go away, and I can put this back on 5 speed. We are going to be selling all these soybeans for the first time. Now, I'm expecting to get about 20k from this. I don't know why I tagged the grain mill, I know where it is. Yeah, expecting to get about 20k from this, and that should give us with a decent little sort of mid-year budget to work with. That we should be able to do some stuff. Let's see. Oh, nice. 22, nearly 23k, and then we got a $775 environmental score award as well, which is awesome. So, pretty good. Now, I'm debating what to do. In my head, I had been selling carrots for that canola field. So after we harvest the canola field, maybe we can go carrots. But maybe it's also worth getting some oilseed radish. Now, I've been looking up the help section to see what subsidies we could get. So, planting a cover crop like oilseed radish on your field during winter can earn you subsidies of up to $200 per hectare. To qualify, ensure the field remains covered through February. They increase soil organic matter, improve soil fertility, and they also raise soil moisture. Okay, so this seems like something that we could do, but it means that we'll miss out on potentially a whole field worth of carrots. Now, what's the price of carrots? Well, the price of carrots is at its best in December, and we would harvest them in November, so they'd be pretty close to getting ready to go. $270, I'm assuming, per 1,000 litres. Does it say somewhere what the yield is? It's a root vegetable. Nope, it does not. Let me find out what the yield is. So, I can't find the exact litres, but it's in the 100,000s. So we're going to get hundreds of thousands of litres. So I don't really know what to do. I'm a bit stuck because if I want to do the carrots, I need to plant them the same month as we do the canola. So that's going to be a lot of work. I'm going to need to lime the field, get it all sorted, and then go again. So that could be a bit of a pain. Or alternatively, I could put oilseed radish on it because the next purpose that field will have is to put corn on it next year. Where's corn? It's there. So in April next year, that'll be the next time that it's used. Which obviously means we only get the subsidy if we cover the field through February, which it would be. But do I want the carrots and the cash, or do I want the subsidy? Well, I'm thinking that the carrots will probably be more worth it. So one of the things I need to do is actually upgrade this. I was mistakenly bought this. This is going to be a very tough machine to use because I'm going to have to get a worker to go through it. It doesn't have a capacity, as you guys can see. There's no capacity there. So we are going to lose around about probably $8,000 on it, but I'm going to sell this one. And we are going to actually buy, if I go to the shop, we are going to buy the big one, the $101,000 one. So yeah, standard. I don't know what the difference is. Looks the same to me. Standard 1, standard 2. Any difference? What if I go on this side? Nope. So yes, it is going to be the vegetable harvester, and we are going to do. Let's go ZLK. It is the vegetable guy, vegetable harvester, and it is episode 41, maybe 42. I don't know. Whatever. Oh no, I just hit A. Go back. Z. Yep. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What is going on? ZLK. That'll do. Space, not enter. All right. We're going to buy this guy. 101k. Bit frustrating to have to do that. I would have liked to buy something else, but it's probably worth it. Now, while we're here, we are also going to repay some of this loan. So 260k, we are going to repay all the way down to 50k for now. I'm hoping by the end of the episode, once I've earned a few more dollars through my contracts. This work is currently doing, about 5k of contracts. I'll probably end up doing a couple of these as well. For June, there you go, he can do field number 63 as well. So while that's going on, I will hopefully get a bit more cash and then be able to pay down to the nice round 200k. So that was it for June. It's not really much to do right now. All the animals are taken care of. By the way, this was peas. These two fields are peas, so not root crops. They need pea harvesters, which are like $600,000, so I'm not going to be doing them. But yeah, let's go around real quick and show you all of the fields. I mean, they're all fine. They're all doing well, so we can probably skip out on a few. But this canola one is nice. Now, I want to know, why is this area here 100% and this area here is less? Wait, 97. Oops. Yeah, see here, it's because of the lime. We haven't limed it in a little while, but yeah, a bit frustrating. Anyway, canola field's fine, the sunflower fields are fine, and the sorghum fields are fine. I did all the work to maintain them. Yeah, this one's pretty good. It's a little bit over fertilized, but it is what it is. I'll have to deal with that as it comes. Maybe when's sorghum harvested? Sorghum is harvested in September. So what we could do is maybe put some oilseed radish on the fields after we harvest them. We could do that for the sorghum field, we could do that for the soybean field, and then we could have them on over winter, and that could be the little way to earn a bit of extra cash and make sure we take care of our field. And I'm not planning to plant canola there, so we do need to decide what we're going to do. I would like to probably make it some sort of vegetable field, so I think we'll probably do carrots in July for that other one. Hope that makes sense. I'm going to settle on that. So the canola field is going to be carrots, and then oilseed radish once the carrots are done. Although that could be touch and go, because if we harvest them in November, it can just sit bare until it's ready to go for corn for next year, and all the other fields are already planted. We'll harvest them, we'll put oilseed radish on them through winter, and then we'll be good to go. But anyway, that's a mouthful. It's been very confusing trying to work all that out. The animals are fine. We probably need a TMR mix for these guys soon, because I can't get this reproduction value higher. But I think it needs to be at 50 to 24 months maybe. It is going up slowly. So I'll go around and make sure these guys all have water and stuff. They do for now. I'll just go and top everything up and be ready to go. The chickens are doing fine. They've got plenty of food, although we are out of wheat now. I've used all of our wheat. So the only thing we have left is nothing until sorghum. So hopefully that's enough food to last us. This will be quite telling, because the next time that we get a harvest is going to be, well, the wheat harvest is next month. Oh, that's fine. We'll have plenty of food till next month. That's so fine. And the sorghum one is in August. So, yeah, we've got a perfect amount for all the chickens in there. So we don't need to change anything with regards to the wheat or the sorghum fields. Alright, so this will always be a sorghum field, this will always be a wheat field, and the other one up there will always be a wheat field. It just means that we're good to go forever, pretty much, which is handy. Okay, I will be back in July, and we can do some harvesting. So, July time, we are going to drop off this front loader attachment, and we're going to get the combine harvester, and we're going to get the trailer, and we're going to go harvest all of our canola. It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful sight. So let's drop this off, and we need the trailer. Which side is the trailer on? This side. Okay, let's hop in, and we can go and do some combining. I do like doing the combining. There's also a canola contract to do, harvesting contract, I think. The 6,000 one? Nope, this one down here. Yep, this one down here, the farmer's market one. So I'll probably do that one too, but it is time to start this buddy. This little guy, we barely ever use him, but when we do use him, he is the most important machine we have, the only one that lets us harvest stuff. So Let's head on over to the canola field, and let's remember this time, and I'll do it right now, I want to enable the straw swath because we want to start getting some straw. We are going to look to eventually get some TMR for the cows and be able to sell them for some good cash. It's nearly time. I know I need to invest some money in them, but whoops, that's the wrong way. 23 months, and I think at 24 months they go to 3,000 as long as I have TMR. Or is it 3,500? It could even be 3,500, I'm not sure. But they won't have TMR for very long. Because we don't have enough ingredients to make it last, but that's not what we need. We only need to be able to feed them for, I think, 1 month of TMR. So that should be fine. That's a nice little way to sort of get around it. We don't need to give them TMR the whole time, just when we're looking to sell them at 100%, and the rest of the time it should all be maintenance. So let's see if I can make this turn, or if I've made it too steep for myself. I think we should just be able to. Oh, is it a bit too far? Okay, come on, game. Give me the attachment, please. There you go. Alright, brilliant. And turn it on. No, folding is not allowed. What do you mean? I just want to unfold the harvester. Okay. Oh, it already was unfolded. I'm silly. Alright, drop it down. That's fine. Let's press V. And straw swath is enabled. Let's put some steering assist on. I don't trust these guys to do it. Is it not ready? I'm sure it's ready. Is the canola not ready in July? It is. Oh, well, that's ruined those plans, hasn't it? Look at this. The canola is not ready. How very annoying. Now, why the hell would it have done this? Did we plant it late? We must have planted it late. That's very, very frustrating. Let me just reverse here, get out of the way of the road. And I'll leave this here because we'll need it later on. But that is very annoying. This guy's doing a plowing contract. Okay, so that ruins my plans then, doesn't it? Because the canola isn't ready to harvest. So what else is ready to harvest? What can we do in July? Let's have a look. We don't have any barley. We don't have any oats. We don't have any peas. No spinach, but we could do some wheat. Alright, let's do some wheat. We do need the wheat harvester anyway. Because we've run out of food for our chickens. So let's see what the animals are saying. Chickens have only 4,000 liters left of wheat, which means it is time to harvest some more. So that's fine. We can do some wheat. We can dump this stuff straight in to the chicken silo, and then we can get moving from there. So let's start it. Now again, let's make sure, as you guys can see, the straw swath is enabled, which is what we want. Okay, so let's go down. Brilliant, and we are going to want to bale the straw afterwards as well, which would be very nice. So, quick little time lapse of these two fields, and we should be good to go. So I'll see you guys in a moment.
Jump into the car on a Friday night, I wanna drive with you. Looking for a bar in the nearest town, I've never seen a sky so blue. We don't ever play it and the night is young, it doesn't matter what we do. There ain't nobody like, you look so beautiful. And I'm so lucky to be yours. And you're taking me high. Ain't nobody like you. I'm not coming down. Ain't nobody like you. I could go 1,000 miles as long as I'm with you. Yeah, you're taking me high. Ain't nobody like you. Talking by yourself and you make me love with you. Looking for a bar in the nearest town. I've never seen a sky so blue. And you're taking me high. Ain't nobody like you. I'm not coming down. Ain't nobody like you. I could go 1,000 miles as long as I'm with you. Yeah, you're taking me high. Ain't nobody like you. Ain't nobody like you. Ain't nobody like you.
I would like to introduce you guys to our very first straw bales on Kylora Farm. We've got 5 beautiful straw bales down here. They did come from the 2 wheat fields that we managed to harvest, and that's all the time lapse that you guys saw. So I've skipped ahead a little bit. It's now July. It's now August. It was previously July, in case you guys didn't know how the calendar works. And just a little update. I've done this field. It's all good for liming and all of that. Did I miss this, or is this something else? No, I think it's fine. The sorghum and the canola are now ready, but I think we'll do that next episode. I'm going to have to stay in August for a little bit, because the main thing I want to redo this episode, or the main thing I want to do this episode... What is this? Is this hail damage? Or is this just stones? The stones look really weird in the lime. I think that's just like the regular old stones. That really freaked me out. Anyway, the main thing that I want to do in this episode is to repurpose this grass field. Now, it's been a while since we've had it, but look at the amount of silage and hay that I have. And it's been a couple of months since we got the sheep. Obviously, the goats are healthy. They're fine. Chickens are good. It's been 7 months since we got the sheep. Wow, that's gone really quick. And they haven't even touched their wool. So they have a lot of grass, a lot of meadow grass, and they are growing, which is good. But there's 4 bales of hay here, and they're barely using it. This one's 5,200, so they've barely started getting through it, and this is all for them. And we've got a stockpile of stuff, so I just don't need to. They are getting some nice amounts of wool, though. I'm looking forward to being able to start putting these in the spinnery pretty soon, hopefully. If not, then we will be selling them later on. But my point is that I just don't feel the need to... let me visit here. I just don't feel the need to keep this grass field anymore. It's served its purpose. We've got a little bit of surplus in hay and grass and stuff. So I will potentially be keeping the animals for now. I think the cows are at a good amount. Whoops, I'm on contract, sorry. As I'm doing 2 contracts in the background. The limousine cows are on 24 months and $3,000. I think the max is $3,500. So is it going to be worth keeping those cows around for the extra profit? It's about, what would it be? 20 times 500 is 10k, so it'll be 9.5k. So is it worth keeping them around for $9,500? But then having to get the TMR stuff, having to mix it, having to feed them, and then sell them? Probably not. So I might be better off just getting the money for them. 57k if we sell this enclosure. So $57,000 we would get from selling these cows. And we could potentially then get new cows, which would be great. Or we could potentially get rid of this pasture and put something else here. Or what I'm really thinking is that we, not P, control P, is that we get a bigger cow shed. So I would like the 85,000 one, which would be close. We've got 15k, and if we get 57k, it would only be a little bit more to be able to afford the big cow barn. And it's a breeding barn, and then I would be comfortable probably putting that barn here, expanding this area all the way down and around, and then probably cutting off that field somewhere in here, and then we can make this field probably a crop field. Now the other thing I was thinking, and that's obviously not going to happen this year, but that could happen pretty soon. I think we can get one sort of harvest out of this. So what I'm thinking is we actually make this the chicken field. The field that services these chickens here, because it's quite a big field. I think it would be a good amount of crop, and we could plant barley in there. So that's the plan. That's the sort of medium-term plan. Obviously, we can plant barley next month. So I think I'm going to plant barley here, and then that leaves me with 2 beautiful fields over here to work with that you guys already know. We've got these 2 fields, which I can now combine into one once we harvest the sorghum. We've got the canola field, which we'll be able to use for maybe something different. And we've got these two fields. Now, I'm thinking of making these. Are our sunflowers ready? They're not, but they look gorgeous. Look at that. I'm thinking of making this. Did I just forget to do this? No. pH value good. pH value perfect. All right, maybe I did forget to do this. Who knows? But we could make this into a cornfield. I wouldn't mind having a little bit of corn here. Potentially purchasing the field number 75 here as well, if we have enough money. 44,000, maybe. Maybe if we sell the cows and then get rid of the pasture, we could do that and then repurpose the barley field there. That could work. So that's what I'm thinking. But in the meantime, I definitely want to repurpose the grass field. We just don't have a use for it. And to be honest, it's getting a little bit tedious having to do the mowing in between episodes and pretty much every second month. So yeah, I'm going to plant some barley there, and we're going to do that today. Well, we're not going to plant the barley today, but we are going to repurpose the field today. And then we'll probably finish off with doing a quick sort of time-lapse for the sorghum and the canola, and then that'll be the end of this episode. So it is probably going to be a time-lapse heavy episode, so again, apologies for that, but it is the busiest time of the year, and we're going to get everything done and dusted. So then we'll be able to come back, plant everything next episode, deal with the sunflowers, deal with the soybeans, and probably deal with the carrots as well. I'm very excited for the carrots. Actually, are they nearly ready? I didn't even think of that. When did we get the carrots? I can't remember, but they are looking gorgeous. Oh my goodness, the carrots are ready to harvest. That is fantastic. Okay, so I didn't know that was ready to go. That's awesome, which means we could use this field for something else as well. So I think the sunflower field, going back to our productions, the sunflower field has done pretty well with the oil mill in terms of servicing it. I mean, we put that in when we first got the sunflowers and it's barely done. Now, that is because we've also had canola oil there. But I think the sunflower field would probably be better off to keep supplying this, which means we can keep that and then we can do something new with the canola field. So we can plant something new here, which I'll have a think on what to do. But yeah, we're in a good space. So anyway, let's repurpose the grass field. I just tabbed to it. Let's repurpose this field. We're going to cultivate it all up. We're going to get it all ready to go. We're going to lime it, and then I'll finish off the episode with a couple of time lapses. So let's go ahead and get that all sorted. You know, it feels a little sad to have to cultivate this field. It's been such a fun field to have. Remember, this was our very first sort of owned field that we had to create. Obviously, we bought the plot of land that this was on was originally a forest. I mean, you guys all know. You can just go back through the previous episodes and see. But yeah, it's a bit of a sad sort of moment to have to get rid of this and cultivate it up and rip it up. But of course, we know that yeah, it'll keep serving a purpose long down the road. But I think I've had a little think off camera, and I am going to keep the cows for a little bit longer, probably to the end of the year. And if we need their cash, then we can sell it at the end of the year in January, so that we can have a big influx of cash through all the produce as well. This field is going to be repurposed to a barley field, confirmed. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the current canola field is going to be repurposed to a corn field, because I'd like to plant some corn. And the top field that was previously wheat is going to be probably parsnips. And then the field next to the two fields, next to the chicken coop, are going to probably be wheat, just because I'm not quite sure if the barley from this field will be enough on its own to feed the chickens. So I just want to make sure we have a little bit of sort of an insurance policy, I guess, I don't want to run out of food, and paying for chicken stuff is going to be expensive. So yeah, I'd just rather use the field, and it's two small fields anyway. And then we can just do something next year if I know that it's definitely enough, just this field with the barley. Then we can do something next year with those other two fields. But seeing as we needed those other ones anyway this year, then I thought that's what we can do. So yeah, that's the plan. We're going to get all this cultivated, and we're going to plant some barley down. In the next episode, we're just going to prepare the field today. So we'll cultivate, we'll lime, and we'll do all that sort of stuff. I'll probably go around with the precision farming tools as well, so that we can make sure we have what we need. I was noticing, if you guys have noticed, I've tagged the potato processing plant, because I'm making some plans for what we can do down the line. Now that we have the oil mill and lots of sunflower oil, it would make sense to probably purchase the potato processing plant at some point, but and we're not quite there yet. That cow, or those two cows, are having a lovely little rest in this field. I do like the placement of this, though. I like seeing the cows next to the grass field. But yeah, this will now be barley. So just to reiterate, this will now be barley. The two fields next to the chickens will continue to be chicken food. So I'll probably go with wheat. And then the big canola field, which the worker is currently harvesting for me. So we can do a bit of a shorter time lapse instead of having to wait for that. The big canola field is going to be repurposed into corn, and then the two wheat fields that are over by sort of the other farm where the greenhouses are, they're going to be repurposed into a cornfield. No, into parsnips field. Sorry, I've got that the long way around. Yeah, just because I'm currently doing this harvesting contract on field 34. I've been doing it for like maybe 5 in-life game hours. 5 real-life game hours. 5 real-life hours. Oh my goodness. And yeah, harvesting parsnips and carrots is a pain. So I don't know how profitable it's going to be, but I do know it's time-consuming. So I'm going to put it in the medium category, and we're just going to go at it with 2 medium fields put together, which would be nice anyway. So that's where I'm at, and I think it'll be good to just to have a little bit of change. Change is always good, especially when we're talking about a simulation game. I would, love to get this field repurposed. And then down the line, I think eventually we'll probably end up selling both the cows and the sheep and the goats. I just have a feeling that I might then end up sort of doing half of a barley field, and then maybe making this area into some, I don't know, some other animals or something. That could be really cool, but anyway, that's way down the line. This field is a bit of a pain to cut. It would make sense to sort of do it at halfway. I was only doing it as a double field before because the grass was easy to mow and it was easy to maintain, and I didn't have to worry about getting the big harvester here or something. So we'll see how annoying it is to do that with the barley on this field. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and snap my fingers, and you guys will come back to a fully cultivated field. Alrighty guys, so I have finished off a couple of contracts, and I finished off cultivating the other field, which will now be ready, so that's awesome. So the grass field back there is all cultivated and ready to go. We'll plant it next episode, because I'm conscious that I've been in August a long time and I still have a lot to do, so I'm going to move on pretty shortly. But I did just want to show you guys this. So what I've actually decided to do is to create one massive field here. Now, I think this will probably be our most profitable field, but at the same time, I'm split whether to make this for the chickens. Because you know how we were saying that I wasn't sure if the barley would be enough from one field. So we are going to be obviously losing a number of fields. We're going to go from 2 fields for the chickens to just 1. So it is a lot to take in. Sorry, it's making me feel a bit sick here. Hang on. Let me just line this baddie up. It is a big change for the chicks. I want to make sure that they still have all the food that they need. So maybe we use this field for barley. I'm not too sure. But either way, I knew it was time to get this field done and limed, because we haven't limed it in 3 seasons now. It's been 3 years, 3 harvests. So it is time to get this one sorted. And also, we've never done it with precision farming either. So it was kind of a double need to get it all sort of restored and start again. So yeah, that's that. And I finally finished that parsnip contract. So I did the carrots are also ready to go, as you guys would have seen in an earlier episode. But Oops, let's not crash into the trees here. I did a parsnip contract just to try and get used to the machine, because the recommended machinery was the one that we actually have for the carrots. And excuse the trees here for a moment. And I was like, oh, okay, that's good. Let me, get used to it, and then I can see how it goes. It took me forever. It took me forever to get those parsnips harvested, and I'm a little bit worried about doing the carrots, to be honest. But it is what it is. I got to get it done. So yeah, that's what I'll spend the rest of this time doing. So although it feels weird to maybe finish on a job incomplete, I am going to end the episode here because we're going to have a very busy August and September. We've got a lot to do, a lot of fields to replant, to repurpose, to get ready. And also September is goat milk month. I've got a couple of plans for the animals too. So it makes sense to get all this stuff done now. So I will continue liming off camera because you guys have seen this liming stuff 100,000 times. You don't need to see it again. But I just wanted to show you the nice new field that we have, which will now be our biggest field ever. So this is officially the biggest that it's ever been, and I'm looking forward to planting some nice stuff in it. That is a big bit of hectarage. Yeah, very, very nice. It is definitely our biggest field by a long, long way. So I don't know if we need to dedicate it all to the chickens. Maybe we do a little mismatch and put the wheat here. But and when I say wheat, I am going to switch to barley because I think barley gives a little bit higher yield, and the chickens eat it all the same, so it doesn't matter to us. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. I skipped out on a couple of time lapses. I probably could have added in a couple more, but I just thought it's a busy time of year in game, so there's going to be a lot more to focus on in the future. So yeah, we'll definitely have a lot of time lapses next episode as we do all the harvesting, all the planting, and that sort of stuff. So for now, I will leave you guys here. Subscribe for more, and yeah, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on the farm so far. Catch you next time.